Hi everyone, Kenzie Benali here, and yes, it's that time again. We are back with another Big Saints quiz, the ultimate test of your knowledge on all things Southampton. I hope you're doing well and dealing with the lockdown okay. If you're joining us again for this quiz, welcome back. But if this is your first time joining us for our Big Saints quiz, welcome. You're going to love it. Here's everything you need to know. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your pen and paper at the ready, because we've got 4 rounds coming your way all about Southampton Football Club. Round 1 is our famous faces round. Round 2, we have name the starting 11. Then we move on to round 3, that's our puzzle round. And then we finish the quiz with round 4, that's our Saints general knowledge round. That's always a toughie. Then you're going to add up your scores, giving you a total score out of 30. But remember, absolutely no cheating and no Googling your answers. Also, try not to pop your answers in the comments section as well. We don't want to ruin the quiz for anybody else. But you can hide the comments if you'd like to by selecting hide comments, or if you're watching on Twitter, just select the icon in the bottom right hand corner and select theatre mode. That will hide the comments there as well. Right, I'm ready to get started. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's get into the quiz. Right, this is round 1. This is our famous faces round. We've mixed together the faces of 6 current Southampton players, and all you need to do is identify which players they are. Let's take a look. Okay, here you go. It's a bit of a scary sight, isn't it? Each photo is made up of 3 Southampton players, but can you name those players? Look at them nice and closely. They're a bit strange, aren't they? But we're putting 3 minutes on the clock now, so take your time. It's 6 Southampton players across both images. Who do you think they are? Right, that's time up. Hopefully you've got your 6 names written down, but it's time now to move on to round 2. Each week, we ask you to name the starting 11 from a past Southampton match. And this week, we're going all the way back to May 2008 and a massive game against Sheffield United at St Mary's. It was the game Saints needed to win to avoid relegation from the Championship. We won it 3-2 to stay up, but can you name the 11 players that started in that game? We only need the names of the players to start this game, remember, and you can have them in any order. But the clock is already counting down, so you better get pen to paper and start putting down some names. It's a question of how good is your memory. If you can't remember, just make a guess on the players that could have started on that game. Good luck. Okay, this is your 2-minute warning. Can you remember the starting 11 from this match? Southampton 3, Sheffield United 2, and of course it was a massive win that ensured Saints stayed up in the Championship. But have you got the name of the 11 players that started in that match? Okay, time's up. If you've not got the 11 names written down, then you'll just have to make a guess because we're about to move on to round 3. Round 3 is our puzzle round, and it's back to anagrams this week. You know how anagrams work. We're going to give you some letters, and all you need to do is unjumble them. So if I say Hush Talents is an anagram of the current Southampton manager, you'd say Hasenhüttl. Only the one we're asking isn't quite that easy, I'm afraid. Let's take a look at the question. So, Bring Groomsmen Fun Tea is an anagram of which 3 Southampton players? Bring Groomsmen Fun Tea is an anagram of which 3 Southampton players? Okay, this could be a bit of a tricky one. How good are you at puzzles? Well, we're about to find out. Remember, we're just looking for surnames here. We're putting 5 minutes on the clock, and there's 3 names to find. Now, coming up next is our final round. It's our Sense General Knowledge round. 10 questions all about Southampton. We'll be moving on very shortly. Okay, Saints fans, that's it. We're about to move on to round 4. Hopefully you found the surnames of those 3 Southampton players. But for now, it's time for our Saints general knowledge round. So our first question of round 4 is a picture question. Tell us, who is this player? Who is this? Question 2. Jose Font currently plays for which French club? Jose Font currently plays for which French club? Question 3. Who scored our second from last goal at the Dell in our 3-2 win against Arsenal? Well, we all remember who scored the last goal at the Dell, but who scored the second to last goal? Question 4. Manolo Gabbiadini scored 12 minutes into his Southampton debut against which club? The question is, Manolo Gabbiadini scored 12 minutes into his Southampton debut, but against which club? Moving on to question 5 then, take a look at this video and tell me who scored this goal. So the question is, who scored that goal? Question 6. Who was Southampton's top scorer in the 1999-2000 season with 13 goals? In the 1999-2000 season, who was Southampton's top scorer with 13 goals? Question 7. Which Spanish club has been managed by both former Southampton managers, Ronald Koeman and Maurizio Pellegrino? Which Spanish club has been managed by both former Southampton managers, Ronald Koeman and Maurizio Pellegrino? Question 8 is a career path question. I'm about to show you a career path of a former player, and all you need to do is tell me who that player is. So this player started at Wimbledon in 1991. He then went to Tottenham, Charlton, West Brom, Luton, and finished his career at Southampton in 2010. But who is he? So this player started at Wimbledon in 1991. He then went to Tottenham, Charlton, West Brom, Luton, and finished his career at Southampton in 2010. But we're asking you who this player is. Question 9. Sam Gallagher scored 2 goals for Southampton, but can you name either of the teams that he scored against? Sam Gallagher scored twice for the Saints, but can you name either of the 2 sides he scored against? Question 10. What was the nationality of Southampton cult hero Ali Dia? What was the nationality of Southampton cult hero Ali Dia? Okay, that's it. All the questions done. How do you think you got on? Well, there's no time for waiting around because here come the answers. Round one, I asked you to identify the 6 current Southampton players from these 2 rather scary looking faces. Did you manage this one? Well, on picture 1, we have the forehead of Oriol Romeu, the eyes of Jan Bednarek, and the mouth of Danny Ings. Well done if you got those right. And in the second picture, we had the hair and forehead of Stuart Armstrong, the eyes of Jack Stevens, and the mouth of Shane Long. Congratulations again if you got those right. 1 point for each correct answer. Well done if you got 6 points there to kick off the quiz. Round 2 was our Guess the Starting 11 round. We asked you to tell us the starting 11 for our crunch match against Sheffield United in May 2008. It was a game the Saints needed to win to avoid relegation from the Championship. But could you tell us the 11 players that started in that game? Well, here come the answers. Okay, so this was the 11. In goal was Richard Wright. He only played 7 times, but he was in goal that day. The back 4 was Jermaine Wright, Darren Powell, Chris Perry, and Andrew Sermon, who played at left back. The midfield 4 was John Villafara, Youssef Safri, Inigo Idiaquez, and Jason Yule. And up front was Marek Saganowski and Stern John. So you get 1 point for each correct answer, and you don't need the correct positions. Just the right player names gets you a point. Stern John was the 2-goal hero, but was later sent off as Saints came from behind to win 3-2 and secure their championship status. Well done if you got the correct names there. Well, round 3 was our anagrams round, and we showed you this anagram. Bring groomsmen fun tea. And we asked you to find the 3 current Southampton players hidden within that anagram. Well, if you said Armstrong, Gunn, and Obafemi, then well done. You get 1 point for each correct answer, so 3 points if you got them all correct. If you didn't get it right, can you see it now? Well done if you got the correct names there. Our final round is our Saints general knowledge round. 10 questions all about the Saints. Here come the answers. Question 1, I showed you this picture and asked you, who is this? Well, the correct answer is Rory Delap. Rory made over 150 appearances for Saints in 4.5 seasons. Well done if you got that one right. Question 2, Jose Font currently plays for which French club? Well, the correct answer here was Lille. Jose joined Lille in July 2018. Well done if you got a point here. Question 3, who scored our second to last goal at the Dell in our 3-2 win against Arsenal? Well, the correct answer here was Hassan Kashloul. He scored 2 of Southampton's 3 goals that day, but the match, of course, will always be remembered for the final goal scored by a certain Matt Le Tissier. But Hassan Kashloul was the right answer on this one. Moving on to question 4, the question was this. Manolo Gabbiadini scored 12 minutes into his Southampton debut against which club? Well, the correct answer was West Ham. Let's take a look.
Short ball to Rodriguez, who's just come in field on halfway, chips it over the top. That's clever, there's no offside. Gabbiadini's beaten the trap, looking for support, needs help. Oh, he scored a great goal on his debut. No angle whatsoever. Manolo Gabbiadini scores for Southampton just minutes into his full debut by absolutely lashing the ball into the top corner.
Question 5. I asked you to watch this video and tell me who scored this goal. Well, the correct answer was Alex Chamberlain. He scored this goal in our 4-1 win against Huddersfield in December 2010. Question 6. Who was Southampton's top goal scorer in the 1999-2000 season with 13 goals? Well, the answer we were looking for here was Marian Pahars. The Latvian scored 45 goals in his time at Southampton, with 13 of those coming in this season. Well done if you got that one right. Question 7. Which Spanish club has been managed by both former Southampton managers Ronald Koeman and Maurizio Pellegrino? Well, the answer was Valencia. Ronald Koeman managed them for 6 months in the 2007-2008 season, whilst Maurizio Pellegrino took charge between May and December 2012. A big well done if you got a point there. Question 8 was our career paths question. I showed you a career path of a former player and you had to identify who that player was. Well, the correct answer was Chris Perry. Chris started at Wimbledon in 1991. He then went to Tottenham, Charlton, West Brom, Luton, and he finished his career at Southampton in 2010. That's the second time he's been a correct answer on this quiz. Well done if you got him right. Question 9. Sam Gallagher scored 2 goals for Southampton, and we asked you to name either of the 2 sides that he scored against. You could have had Yeovil or Norwich here. Sam opened his account against Yeovil in the FA Cup and got his second goal against Norwich in the Premier League, both in 2014. So Yeovil or Norwich were the correct answers here. Well, our final question of the quiz was, what nationality was Southampton cult hero Ali Dia? Well, the correct answer was Senegalese. Yes, Ali Dia came from Senegal. Although he didn't make any national team appearances, he played 1 match for Southampton during his 2-week spell with the club in 1996. So that's it for our Big Saints quiz. Let us know how you got on in the comments below. Thanks for playing along. Remember to stay safe and stay healthy. We'll see you next time.